2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The commute in full swing as we get set for basketball here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And D.A.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. Hey, Steve, two defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the one. And for Golden State, Wiggins is out there with Steph Curry. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Pascal in at the 4 spot.
Well, this is the thing with Steph. Doesn't just live at the three-point line.
Now, here's Reddish, covered by Oubre. Young outside. From about 19 feet. Good on the shot.
I mean, he's young, but the game just looks like it's slowed down for Trey. Knows exactly where to get his shots.
Now, here's Curry. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Those 3 pointers off the mark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A solid shooter with good all-around skills. Cam Reddish is tough to anticipate defensively.
And so he hits both. Now Curry. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Here he's it from 3-point range.
Range that extends out to the parking lot. How do you guard that?
And you just got to love Steph's passion for the game. Even his pregame workout has drawn attention.
Jay, let me give you this little story. One time in high school, he got so pumped before a game, he actually hurt himself. He jumped up, hit his forehead, and had to get stitches. The man just loves to play, and he loves this game.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And it's John Collins with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pulling up off the bounce, just another tool Young uses to create separation.
And here is Green. Following the 3-pointer by Trae Young. Pascal, the pass to Oubre. Capella against Green. Shot clock at 6. Curry can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Just finding ways to score. Herter can do it in the half court or in transition.
The Warriors shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Curry.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Young dishes to Capella. Young with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. The shot's good.
Physical D right there. But Herter's mentally tough. Never lost focus.
And a Oubre off the drive. A 3-pointer. Wiggins. A rebound by Young. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Pass to Herter. Back to Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Count the basket.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Warriors trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
When you think of this skinny kid that first entered the league, and then now you see his biceps, Stephen Curry has been putting in work.
Young's shot is off. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
And here's Young after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Back to Young. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Pascal beyond the arc. Another miss by Curry. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Indiana. Young passes to Herter. Outside Collins. Knocks it loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pascal. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the Hawks. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season.
And I think for the Hawks, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Molinari comes in for John Collins. And Goodwin subbed in for Kevin Herter. And the Hawks with possession here. The Hawks leading by 7. And Young kicks to Goodwin. Yes, that goes in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
He dialed that one up from long distance. Curry's got 18 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Fearless attacking the heart of that defense. Young is willing to take punishment to get his points.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Here's Young. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Wasted no time on that one. Curry's got 21.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Molinari outside. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Molinari passes to Okongwu.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Reddish with the ball. And it's denied. But they recover it. They get it again. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He put together quite a quarter. 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We come back right after this. And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Hawks. They've got Young. Reddish out there, Gallinari. Then it's Goodwin. And it's Okongwu in at the 5.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to basket. On the wing, Wiggins. Curry looking around. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors. And there's the pass to Young. Okongwu dishes to Young. Second shot opportunity. Atlanta gets it back. Reddish kicks to Gallinari. Here's Okongwu. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. Curry outside. Warriors getting another chance here. Oubre, right side. Launches it. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Curry.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Atlanta calls timeout. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience. Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said? Who was that? Greg Anthony. Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Goodwin, good.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Curry's shot is good.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Here's Capella. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Gallinari. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
Against physical D, Gallinari with the improved strength and body control to finish.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Draymond Green.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So many different aspects to Curry's game. You know, we've talked about his ability to get to the free throw line.
Now, here's Gallinari. He's got 6, and it's Goodwin missing. Curry with it. Now defended by Goodwin. From deep three-point range, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Goodwin. Good work there as it goes. Goodwin's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Man showing some terrific range.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And it's Goodwin with the ball for Atlanta. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Green with the block.
Green really puts forth a ton of effort on the defensive side. Always a shot blocking threat.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And Collins is right there. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Curry passes to Pascal. For the 3. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 46 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And because of the versatility, Pascal is a guy you can kind of plug into almost any lineup.
Has just enough length, GA, and strength and skill in shooting. Doesn't stand out in one area, but as a whole, he's a difference maker at both ends.
Now, here's Goodwin. He has 7. Pass to Herter. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Curry, following the bucket by the Hawks. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And Gallinari kicks to Goodwin. The dish to Capella to the left side wing. Here's Herter, covered by Wiggins. Herter passes to Capella, just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. The Warriors pull it in, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Here's Herter, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead. The Warriors have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Curry with the third, and again for 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
The quick look, no good that time.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
But he recovers it. Gallinari wide open. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock. From downtown, kept alive by Atlanta.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Another one goes. Incredible. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Goodwin, good.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
On its way from Curry for 2. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. So it's the Hawks now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The tray doesn't go for him. Curry way outside, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first.
Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 4 assists, and a star in his role. Clint Capella makes an impact with his defense and rebounding, doesn't he, Shaq?
Yeah, it's not a star, Ernie, but he is very athletic, big man in the game.
A star in his role.
You're right. That's a good point. He will run you ragged.
That about wraps it up.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Curry has been sensational.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
We got Steph Curry, Eric Pascal out there with Oubre, then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Good, another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Young in the corner. Here's the 3. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
The Hawks leading by 5. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Curry. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Great awareness from Stephen Curry to be able to use the drive and see the lane and get into the teeth of the defense.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And both free throws good for Curry. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of it.
Connects again from distance.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And listen to this crowd. They are letting him hear it.
Greg, as well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays we've seen in league history.
He's out of his mind, dropping bombs all night. It's a performance we'll be talking about for a long, long time.
Passes it to Herter. On the 3 off target. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. A 2-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand.
Stephen Curry is great off the dribble, but he also is good at the catch and shoot.
Collins looking around. Young with no one around. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Green, the pass to Pascal. And Curry has it in the corner. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And Eric Pascal picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Hawks making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. Young dishes to Capella. Herder passes to Young. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
It's Curry outside. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 15 points in just the second half. Atlanta's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And here's Young from the arc. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
The Hawks leading. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Herder. Wiggins with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Warriors have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Gallinari comes in for Clint Capella, and Goodwin subbed in for Kevin Herder. Okongwu kicks to Gallinari. And the layup's good off the glass. Gallinari's got 8 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim. Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Young is double. Out to the right wing. And the wide-open shot from Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Beautiful rhythm off the catch. Cam is a well-coordinated athlete who looks fluid.
Again, what an avalanche!
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on 3rd place all-time in scoring.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
Here's Curry with the 3. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
The Warriors trail. Curry attacking. And yet another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
I mean, it is hard to keep Stephen Curry from scoring. And then you add he's getting to the free throw line. That's really annoying for the defense.
And both free throws good for Curry. Here's Atlanta now. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stint. Goodwin, good.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Warriors trail by 3. A 3 ball. And another one falls.
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for 2nd all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense drove, and another one!
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for 2nd place for points. What an unbelievable night.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100, this is a game you'll be talking about for decades.
It's Young on the wing. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. John Collins, he's checked in for Goodwin. And here's Golden State. It's been 8 unanswered points for him, and the shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
The power and the tenacity that this kid shows Collins not to be denied.
For Atlanta, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit? The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a nonstop parade to the foul line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
You know what? You forget that he's small in stature. Trae Young's skill set is exactly what every team is looking for.
And so Young nails them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Curry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Warriors haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Here's Young. Up and in on the layup. Young's got 12 now in this quarter.
This kid knows when to shoot, when to drive, and when to kick. Trae Young has been out of this world tonight.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks, Collins is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Reddish. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Young in at the 1. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Collins. Curry with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Oubre on the wing. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Oubre's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors. Atlanta shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Young finds Gallinari. And Pascal pulls it down. Pascal's got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's blocked, and he recovers it. A nice shot by Gallinari. Warriors leading by 5. This one for 3, and again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Pass to Young. Okongwu with it. He's against Green. Okongwu dishes to Young. Reddish, good on the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
The Hawks trail by 5. Gallinari left side. Releases. Again, the Hawks score.
This is just reading the defense, finding the soft spot. Heady play by Gallinari.
Curry with it. And good! There's another.
And that score puts him even. A night I never thought we'd see.
He's now tied point for point with the record. One more score. He'll be all alone at the top of the record books. GA, a moment nobody thought they'd ever see.
And people have talked about records that could never be matched. Wilt's 100 was at the top of those lists. But the unbelievable has happened here tonight as he has tied that unbreakable record.
Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Here's Young, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And the pressure Trae Young puts on defenses. Outstanding at taking it to them and drawing the foul.
The first one falls. And so Young nails them both. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
That's Kevin Huerter's bread and butter, where he shot 42% from beyond the arc his sophomore year in college.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Curry fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Huerter.
He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
Capella to take the lead. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Here's Curry. Good, that's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Huerter, covered by Wiggins. Young outside. And the layup falls. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Curry can't get it to go. Here's Atlanta. They're on a 16-7 run. Young, no good.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Curry's shot is off. The Hawks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the 4th, sinking the majority of their shots. Reddish's shot is good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Basket counts.
Steph and Curry feeding off the contact from the defense.
And the Hawks with possession here. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Young for 3. They grabbed their own miss. Capella. That's his 4th miss. He's made 5 of 9. Here's Curry. And the basket is good.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Young passes to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Floats it up for Young. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Timeout called the Warriors. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Steph Curry.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They lead by 1.
Steph Curry continues to develop all aspects of his game. Next step was to get the ball into the paint. He's done that.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. The Hawks trail by 3. And here's Young. That one goes in.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
Count that one.
That's a momentum bucket from Stephen Curry. Big-time shot from a big-time player.
Now, here is Young. Now the pass to Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Reddish has got it all tied up now for the Hawks. Curry against Young. Curry gets the bucket.
Tremendous day at the office for the former NBA scoring champion, Steph on a mission.
That has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Young for 3, another 3 for Atlanta. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the action.
That one drops for him. And the Warriors lead by 1.
The creativity of Stephen Curry is on full display right there.
Young against Curry. Shots good from Young.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively. You talk about pressure situations. Stephen Curry lives for these moments.
Young against Curry. Over in the corner, Reddish. On the wing. And that one is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. It's stolen by Reddish. Here's Young. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Yeah, easy call.
That's the first. That will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 44 seconds left in the game. .44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Atlanta with the ball. Here's Young. Green with the block. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Young. To the middle. Here's Capella. Collins trying to break free. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On its way from Young for two. From deep. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Pass to Herter. Jacks up a three. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Big time shot from Cam. This will do wonders for his confidence.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You got to love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.